Hi, Victoria Goslin here, talking to you about supporting online learning. For hundreds of years, learning has been taking place in a physical, face-to-face classroom where the teacher is meeting with their students in a set location at a set time for a set amount of time. But over just the last couple decades, teaching has evolved into online classrooms. There are still obviously face-to-face classrooms going on, but now more and more classes are being held online. And the roles of teachers have changed from being in front of the classroom with all the students to organizing and planning content and then facilitating students' needs. Also, students are affected by this change. So not only does the teacher's role evolve, but students transitioning to this online learning have challenges of their own, like self-motivation. You really have to stay on top of your work and drive yourself. You don't have that teacher in the classroom pushing and motivating you. You have to find that within your inner self in an online classroom. Also, time management. In a face-to-face classroom, it's easy. You show up and you go home. And it's done. You might have some follow-up activity, homework, but with online learning, the class is there and you have to find the time to access the information and to do the work. And that can be a very big challenge for a lot of people in online learning. And finally, technology skills. Many different people with many different technology backgrounds are taking online courses, and there might be some who code their own programs, and then there might be some who are barely, able to use Word and, do those different things. So that is definitely a weakness, and, certain technology skills need to be stepped up. And even if you are technology savvy, you might come across something that you're unfamiliar with. So what can the teacher do to support those transitioning learners? Just definitely make sure to monitor and stay on top of, if they're posting, if they're falling behind, if their content, their responses seem to be off, just monitor that and then communicate with students. Hey, here's, a way to help with your time management if that's something that you struggle with. Or communicating, hey, reach out if you need some assistance, if something doesn't make sense to you. What can teachers do to support online learning? First, provide meaningful content. The content should be able to reach all learners, and in online classrooms, learners are from all over the place, and so you have to anticipate being able to provide content for the diverse locations and professions of those learners, and provide it in a meaningful way. We're in an age where you can add videos and audio and visuals to your content, and that definitely should be considered in your online learning content. 2, provide a sense of community. Communities are very important. They bring people together, and it's harder to do in online classrooms, but really spend the first week or two building up, introducing who you are so that others can find some commonalities and, feel comfortable with those that they are interacting with in the digital world. And thirdly, be clear and consistent. Have clear learning objectives, have clear directions, have a consistent schedule, and follow it. What I foresee in my classroom is definitely guided reading is pushed in my district, and so blended learning can occur through rotations during guided reading time. And also, I try to limit my whole group instruction, where I'm in front talking to my students, to like a mini lesson, and that way they can dive into the content. So I'm trying more and more to, have them diving into the content digitally. And in the end, just working together, students and teachers, especially in online communities, we have to work together so that we can learn.